the chef.
I am the wig maker. How are you guys?
Thank you so much for joining us again.
Yes, it's been a while. So today we wanted to talk about something very important. It's about public or private school. You want to start off?
I guess the thing really is can you afford it? And if you can't afford it, do you want to do it? You know, and there are, I'm sure, tons of benefits to going to a private school versus a public school and vice versa. But for us, our thing was we went the private school route, and it really came down to the fact that our child was not learning as much as we thought she would be. For the amount of money we were paying, it just didn't make sense. And a lot of schools that are private hide under the fact that they're private, and you get lost in this idea of a private school. And she was not really, the teachers and just the faculty in general, they just kind of left everything on the fact that, oh, they're in private school, so everything is going to be okay. But the one-on-one learning was not there. And I'm sure different private schools, they're different. But this particular school that we went to, and tons of other families that were in the school with us, they all left, and so did us. So did we. Yeah, we left, you know, but we were like the first to leave. We were like, we were out, you know, and then literally half of the class left, you know, a year after we did, you know, and it was just one of those things where we were like, well, the money we would pay to put our child in private school, we could literally pay for tutors, we can pay for after-school activities, which would beef up and intensify the learning that she would get in public school, and that's the route we went. You know, so if you want to go private school, you know, it's cool, you know, just be aware that
not all private schools are created equal.
Exactly, and don't think that because you are in a private school that the learning that your child is going to get is going to be above par compared to a public school. You still have to kind of be in there and immersed in what they're learning just to see if it's actually adding up to the amount of money you're paying. Because
your return on investment.
You know, you're literally paying $3,000 to $6,000 a month for private school, you know, depending on where you choose to go. And with that kind of money, your child should be learning a different language every day.
Right.
You know, at least one. You know, learning all the basics and some, right?
I agree. I think for us, when we were starting the private school, public school route, till this day, it's probably one of the most stressful things any parent can go through.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking the money. You're thinking, oh, I don't want it to seem like, you know, I'm maybe driving this car, I'm living this lifestyle, but my child doesn't want to go to private school. You have to come to terms with the financial strain it's going to cause your family. If you can afford it with no strain, perfect, good for you. But if you have to think about, if you're going to feel that financial pinch of private school, don't do it. It's a commitment. You have to make sure that you can really afford it for the long haul. And if you have more than one child, hey, you got to do it in our case, it's 3 children. So you have to really think about that. So past the financial, when I would talk to other parents, it was almost like I felt brainwashed almost, or rather they tried to brainwash me in terms of, you know what, if you don't put your child in private school, they're doomed. They're not going to be successful. Lies. That is not the case. So if you decide to go the public school route because you can't afford it, you are fine. Now you just have to beef up in other areas, whether it's tutors, whether it's after-school programs that will equip your child for the future. Another thing I wanted to stress is when we had our daughter in private school, we were paying so much, I felt like I kind of felt like I could be hands off, right?
Exactly.
I didn't feel as...
That's the misconception.
It was mental.
Yeah,
mentally, I didn't feel so engaged. I'm like, I'm paying all this money, so automatically my head was out of the game, which I don't agree with. As soon as we put her in public school, okay, let's bring your homework home. I want to make sure, because I'm already going in knowing that you're not giving her anything. That is what I'm thinking in my head.
But it's not the case.
But it's not the case. This is how I started off. I started off because of what I heard. Because this is our first go around. It's our first child. So I'm like, they say public school is trash, it's no good, all of that. That's what they said. And then Ed and I started thinking about our past. I'm like,
We went
I
to
went to
public
public
school
school.
and private school.
And private school. You went to public school and private school. And I got to be honest with you, I don't really know the difference because my parents were very hands-on. We had tutors and all of that. So in my opinion, it is what you equip that child with.
Yeah.
We find for us what worked best for us is public school. We save a whole bunch of money and we take a fraction of that money to put her in all sorts of after school program. She's in the chess,
Chess, you know, Spanish, drama. You know, so you pick what, you know, your child likes.
You
and
get
that's
to
what you put
customize
in.
your child's education because you have the
Exactly.
extra money to do that. That is working amazing for us. And that's how we're going to raise all three of our children. Again, we don't know everything. This is just what works for our family. I wish I saw a video that let me know that not all public schools are just out the window. There's some really good public school education, but more than any education anyone can give your child, the best education is the one you customize for your child.
Yeah.
You know, because right now, what is quote unquote education hasn't been facelift. There's no, you know, it needs to be readdressed. What do you think about that?
Honestly, like every child's different, so you just want to cater your education to your child. You know, because some children like this, some children like that. So you don't want to have this cookie cutter education that, you know, you're gonna fit for every single child. So just do your homework. You know, don't take advice from everyone and have that be the golden rule. You know, check it out for yourself. See what's up with the school. Go visit, do tours. You go to private route, cool. You
Good
go to
for
public
you.
route, cool. All right. Thank you for watching.
We
And
appreciate you, and give us your thoughts on private or public schools.
Yeah.
And again, I want to
Comment
stress,
below.
for those of you who are doing public school, you're okay, because we're in public school too and we love it.
Yeah.
And for those of you who are in private school and you love it, good for you. But regardless of what education route you decide to go, you still have to be involved.
Hands on.
You still have to be hands-on.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.